So the Odyssey starts here. Now, whether it turns out to be an Odyssey or not, maybe just I'm the guy who put odd in Odyssey. And all you're seeing is football pitches at the moment. I accept that. One of the points to make is that maybe Las Rozas is not necessarily a stunning facility, but it is the HQ where the brains trust of the Federation haven't just planned the triumphs that you're more aware of the national team, but the multiple, and I mean multiple, orgasmic triumphs that the under-15s, under-17s, under-19s, under-21s have all had. There is what's called the residencia. Those sort of light, sort of pale brown and dark brown buildings, they are the hotel where the footballers stay while they're on duty for Spain. I have to say, I've stayed there and it's very nice indeed. For the moment, I'm going to take you down here into the sala, just the room where there are mementos of bygone ages, players of great talent who represented Spain, and that's where we're going to be doing our interviews today, which look like being Martín Zubimendi and Nico Williams. I'll see you in there. One of the things that we're doing today is the sort of green screen, so that when you see the players up on the electronic scoreboard in the Nations League, or even when you see their graphics on television, it will because they've used all this kit beautifully laid out by Tony, my friend, the Spain kit man, who once worked in Aberdeen. Yes, he did. In a slaughterhouse. Yes, he did. And they will do the actions, the folded arms, the step forward, the punch in the air, and they will say their names for the commentators, and that will all stem from this having been beautifully prepared. Little clue, he's one of our interviews today. Well, that frankly was a whole lot of fun. Players on buoyant form, really good mood, patently glad to be back together again. The photo shoot was very noisy indeed. Luckily, that wasn't my job. The interviews, which obviously I can't spill here because I'm working for somebody else, were with Martín Zubimendi and Nico Williams, both of whom enjoyed themselves, specifically said how much they enjoyed themselves. This is where they'll be training again tomorrow. This is the principal pitch. This is where over and over again we've watched great Spain teams being produced. There's something that I'm not conscious of having seen before, but the wall there is really covered in fake graffiti, and that wasn't always the case. Anyway, the longer of the two interviews was with Martín Zubimendi, where we talked about his football intelligence, his concept of vision in the pitch, his concept of humility. He's a bright man, and it was very, very interesting. With Nico Williams, we talked about his personal journey, his desire to better himself, where his strengths and weaknesses are, who he admired. There are some really good answers. You'll see on the Nations League magazine on television some really good answers about who his reference players have always been, beyond, obviously, Iñaki, his big brother. So, this is one of these shorter videos. I've enjoyed myself hugely. It's always, there's always a buzz coming to be with Spain. Maybe because the majority of them know me. I had big, nice welcomes from Pedri and from Dani Vivian. It's enjoyable. It's a test to see if you can keep the players entertained, keep them stimulated so that their answers are good. I think we all passed the test today, the cameraman, the producer and I. It's been fun. Two of the questions to each of the players were about France, and both of them were honest about the type of threat that France pose. More about that before Thursday, when the Nations League semi-final takes place in Stuttgart. I'll be there. Will you? Thanks, Socios, for being there. Stay tuned.